back to Pachter Factor, fellow babies. This is Michael Pachter of YouTube and Patreon fame. And if you're a YouTube subscriber or a Patreon subscriber, you know what I was talking about. If you are neither of those, then you're getting this a week late, unless you figured out a way to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. Pretty easy. There are instructions in this show description below. If you're getting it a week late, follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter, and I will continue to impart my wisdom to you, although you'll hear about it a week later than when I said it. Hey, fellow babies. Today's question from SIFTD from OTT Apps. Starfield is set to release on September 6, 2023, and will be on Game Pass day one. If you're a Game Pass member and you spend an extra $35, you're granted 5 days of early access along with other goodies. Is it truly day one if people who pay a premium can play the game earlier? Is Microsoft just using the term early access to avoid legal issues? Is this Microsoft hedging its bet on Game Pass? Look, Microsoft is trying to make money. And if you look at Diablo as an example, the core SKU was $70, and then I think it was $80 and $100 for the other SKUs, and I know the $100 one got you early access. I don't remember if the $80 one did. I think it just got you goodies. It's pretty common, and I'm using Diablo because it was like last month. But you know, if you kind of roll back in time, GTA had a $100 premium package. Red Dead had a $100 premium package. And EA's been doing early access for a long time for extra money. So I just think this is Microsoft saying we want to put our Game Pass subscribers on the same footing as the people who pay $100 for the game. And so that extra $35 is just saying the guys who buy the console version get it 5 days earlier. So if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you can pay the delta of the $35 and get it 5 days early. Is it truly day one? I don't know. I don't care. And the question, are they doing that to avoid legal issues? There are no legal issues. Good luck suing anybody for when they deliver a game to you. That there is no promise. You don't sign a contract. When you're a Game Pass subscriber, they tell you when the game shows up, and whether it's day 1 or day 15 or whenever they sign the deal, you take the game whenever it shows up. So you have no contractual right to insist that you get a game before other people, other than your few dweeb friends who are going to rub in your face that they're playing the game 5 days before you. Nobody cares. And, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in Starfield. My guess is, you know, I remember playing Elder Scrolls, and there was some stuff you could do, and getting it early was cool, but it's not like they're going to run out of anything. Or big deal, these guys finish the game 5 days before you do. Who cares? Like, it's, I know gamers care. I don't get it. Like, whatever. I'm not so much of an accomplished, like I was telling Shane, I'm playing Zelda, and I didn't even start till like June 1st. You know, so I'm only 5 weeks into the game, but I'm, you know, almost done. And 5 weeks, because I suck. You know, I probably could have done it in 3 weeks. Anyway, no, I don't care. Microsoft's not hedging its bet. All they're trying to do is say, if somebody pays $100 for Starfield is getting 5 days early, we're going to let Game Pass members pay that difference, $35, and get it 5 days early. That's it. So there's really nothing more to it than that. And they're just trying to put their members, subscribers, on an equal footing with people who buy it on the console. And I doubt that very many Game Pass subscribers will pay $35. I just doubt it. But I doubt very many regular people pay $1 million, $2 million. It's not going to be 20. You know, I mean, Diablo did $666 million in the first 5 days. That's a retail price, and that includes the $80 and $100 SKUs. So think of the mix there, right? Let's pretend they sold 8 million units. Well, the lowest price, I think, was 60 on PC, and the highest price was 100. It's telling you a giant number of people, you know, giant percentage bought the $100 SKU, and that's still only like 20%. You know, so they probably literally sold 1.5 million $100 SKUs, and then the other 7 or 6.5 million people bought it at either 60 or 80. So, you know, that's what we're talking about. You're not talking about giant numbers. And Starfield probably not materially bigger than Diablo, probably about the same kind of game. I think Diablo will sell 15 this year. Starfield, I mean, it's possible it sells 20, but probably not because of being on Game Pass day one. So it's probably about that. You probably have about 1.5 million people who buy early access. That's what I think is the number. EA has done that on every game forever. Since they came up, what do they call their stupid thing?
EA All Access.
Yeah, EA All Access gives you 5 days early on every game. Legally, it's a distinction without a difference. They can say day one, and day one is their definition, and day one is the day it's available in stores at the regular price. And if people want to pay a premium, I remember it only happened once, and I want to say it was a Harry Potter movie, but IMAX, there was a Friday premiere for a movie, and IMAX got it on Wednesday. Only IMAX theaters, and it was available 2 days early. They had it Wednesday and Thursday. It wasn't Avatar. I think it was a Harry Potter movie back in like 07 or 09 or something. And so what? It's the screen debut was still Friday. The IMAX debut was Wednesday. So the early access debut is 5 days early, and the general public Game Pass debut, day one, is 5 days later. That's what it is. There is no legal right to say you got screwed. I suppose you could sue Microsoft and say they didn't give it to me for 5 days and that's worth $35, so they owe me $35. Good luck. You're not going to win. File a class action. Good luck. You're not going to win. But whatever, it doesn't matter. They aren't obligated to offer that. Is it truly day one? Yes, it is, because there's a premium. You get early access if you pay a premium. You don't get early access if you don't. I mean, that's like saying the guys who get into a theater early and pick their seats, or buy their seats and reserve them. They pay a premium if they want to go to the front row. Concerts, you pay more to sit in the front row. And what is that fair? Yes, it is fair. I don't get it. Look, day one is not a legal term. Day one is whatever Microsoft tells you it is. Period. And no, they're not avoiding legal issues, and no, they're not hedging their bet on Game Pass. It's Microsoft acknowledging that there are people who will pay a premium for a premium SKU. And one of the things that is common practice in the industry is to offer the premium SKU payers early access, 5 days. And that's the EA number. EA All Access is 5 days early as well. That's the number. That's what people get. How many people played in the Diablo beta early? Did they spoil the game for you? It's like every game has somebody playing it early. That's just the new thing. And if they charge you a premium, you can get it early. So I actually have always wondered why movie theaters didn't have variable pricing. You see it the first night, it's not $10 or $15 a ticket, it's $40. Let's see how many people show up to the theater. Why not try that, right? And a week later, 30, and a week later, 10, and then a week later, 5. Like, see what happens. But whatever. I mean, concerts work that way. So whatever. It's not a legal issue. They can define it any way they want, and they're not hedging their bet. That's the answer to all three of your questions. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. We hope you are watching as a Patreon patron or as a YouTube subscriber. If you are, you're getting it real time. We also encourage you to link your Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime accounts. We get paid a couple bucks a month that costs you nothing, so please remember to do so and re-up it every time you watch. The instructions are in our show description below. If you're doing none of those things because you're too lame, have no money, or you just don't care, follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. You're too lame. If you're too lame to link your Prime account, you're too lame to follow me on Twitter, but I'll still be nice to you.